you have decades of documented examples of the Israelis spying on Americans. And they keep saying, don't do that, don't do that. And there's never any consequences. So why would they stop?
Can I say that the way that this is covered is a little bit annoying to me. All right. And that's because as someone who did read the Patriot Act, okay, I can assure you that our government spies on us. They spy on us. They spy on us all the time. They've been spying on us. So the idea that somehow people are so offended as to which government is spying on them is weird to me. Just like I don't care what language my oligarchs speak. I don't care who's surveilling me. I'm being surveilled. So that I'm just saying, it doesn't matter. I mean, yes, this is an extra layer of ew, but really, we're going to sit here and argue as to who should be allowed to spy on us.
Fair.
That's what we're discussing. We're going to get hit for this music. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Every time. We're going to get, like, it takes me a second for it to register that you're sitting there and it's just music because I don't hear people talking. It takes me a minute. But that's how it goes badly for us. Yeah, I agree. The music's distracting as well. But
Oh, I turned it off.
I know, but now it's needs something. So you need to do something. What these are all articles that are flashing by with different headlines over different spy instances that people are saying that Israel has spied on the US or on citizens.
Correct.
And is it right? So in other words, this is not new.
Whoever said it was.
No, well, I thought that was the point, was that we were talking about it because there was a new sort of report about how much Israel is spying on us.
Well, that is true, but I also think that, again, this is just my opinion. I don't have verifiable data where I could just say, yeah, that's true. But I do believe that the spying has been ratcheted up to an 11 because of the fact that they're losing control. And now I think they feel that they have sort of like an obligation to watch our every move at all times. Because if they don't do that, how else are they going to continue to fend this off? But you and I are both of the mind that Israel is on borrowed time in terms of its control over our country. Is that fair to say?
Israel is on borrowed time, period.
Yeah.
It's on borrowed time. I mean, with that kind, you don't even need to know that level of the approval rating. We're seeing it all over the place. You know, Albania is not going to be the last place. This has been happening. In fact, I got something that came up that I saw where this was tried. We got a comment on one of our videos. I think I might have taken a picture of it. I should have taken a screenshot of it. And it was a gentleman that commented on the Albanian clip saying that he was Serbian and that the same thing happened there with Kushner and all the people on some sort of deal, and that all the people came out and they were able to stop the deal. Something happened in, I don't know, I'm losing my frame of reference, but yeah, he was Serbian. And so I do not know exactly which city or what location in that region he is speaking of, but yes. So they're going to keep having resistance. And they need to keep having resistance. They do not deserve a moment's peace.
No, but I also don't want to be the person, again, no one wants to have violence. It should always be the method of last resort. But Jared Kushner, I mean, and he's not even that intelligent, which is what makes this even more interesting. You don't necessarily accuse people of being anything other than the crooked bastards that they are, because that is what they are. And he in particular, I mean, I don't know, Ivanka, I can't really speak to her. I think that she's just a completely spoiled, entitled princess who's always had it her way. But I don't know. I think there's something.
I'm feeling a little story timey. You know what I mean? If we're going to be talking about that lovely couple, I think we should show them in all their invasive, parasitic vulture glory. So yes, here we have the male and female invasive parasitic vulture for you to see. Correct.
The thing that I think is always hard for people to recognize is where does the money come from? You know, sometimes you see people and you think, well, what did they do? How did they get their hands on all that money? And when you realize that the Kushners and the connections that they have and how far back they go, whether with the Maxwells, whether with the Rothschilds, you know, when you get all the way up that ladder and you have these connections, you basically can, you know, you run the world in many ways. And so this
Well, it explains a lot of things about Kushner's physical appearance.
Well,
You know what I mean?
how would you describe it?
Well, there's a lot of inbreeding is what you just described. So it would make sense to me, you know, sort of like when you would see old, you know, royalty in countries where they purposefully would inbreed so they always would remain on the throne. So yeah, I mean, it does explain. I mean, he is freaky looking.
You know, we've covered this before on our channel, but if you remember, I'm from a part of New Jersey that's not too far from where West Long Branch is, or just Long Branch, I should say. And this is the community that was flying 6 Israeli flags along with 1 American flag. And if you ask me, that was pretty messed up stuff. Colin, check your phone, please. At the time, I didn't know who was responsible for it, but I knew that somebody had to have been involved. And it turns out that it was Jared Kushner and his company that put those flags with Israel flags. They own, because Kushner owns that community. And when I want to replay a clip from, I mean, listen, Lex Friedman is another PSYOP. He's another State Department creation in many ways. But listen to what he said, what Kushner said to Friedman when he asked him about, how do you get all this money?
When was this?
This is from I want to say within the last 5 years. I don't remember exactly.
Okay, so it's fairly recent.
Yes.
And other topics. One of the most recent set of attacks comes on the topic of Saudi Public Investment Fund giving $2 billion to your investment firm after you left government. Can you respond to these recent set of attacks?
Sure. So left government, obviously worked for 4 years. I started thinking, like, what do I want to do next? Maybe I should create a business to do an investment firm where I can do something different. Notions I wanted to be able to do with the firm was to be able to take money from the Gulf and then to be able to invest it in Israel.
Do you hear the way he talks?
Like a cyborg. We don't, you know, this connects back to me. We were talking about that there really is no diplomacy. And a big part of that is we don't have diplomats. We have a whole bunch of real estate investors cosplaying as diplomats and pissing off everybody. That's what we have. We don't have diplomats. There are no functioning diplomats right now having meaningful exchange. We have people like this guy.
Do you think
they
Jared
just want to buy all the land? They think they can buy everything. That's the problem. They think they can buy everything. And places like, you know, Albania and Iran are just, they're not for sale in the way that you would like them to be.
Do you think Jared will ever be a real boy?
No, I think he's a lizard person, and the caucasity level is off the chain with him.
The way he talks about global real estate, like he's playing a board game.
Yes.
Like that's a level.
It's a psychopathy. It's in like these people are not. He's a lizard person. I can't think of it. He must be a lizard person.
To continue to build the economic links between the countries. Again, if countries have more economic ties, I think war and fighting is less.
No, you think war is great.
Take that down. We're done with him, right? Please tell me we're done with Kushner. Make it go away. He
Yeah,
can never be a real man because, first of all, I don't think he's a human.
He's an android.
So that would be right. So he might be male in whatever species he is, but I would definitely not call him a man. He has no concept of what it's like to be a man. None.
Yeah. I want to show
He's a
you
little
guys.
boy with a big checkbook, and no one's ever put him in his place. That's what he is.
Correct. However, you know how I said a little while ago that Israel's approval around the world has diminished to the point in which pretty much only the Zionists actually approve of them now? Well, it is unfortunate some Israelis do participate in MMA. And
Oh, my
sometimes-
favorite. People beating the shit out of each other.
sometimes they win, sometimes they lose. Fortunately, in this case, he won. This guy, Shamani is his name. They just make up words. Remember, it's a made up language.
I'm still outraged that they're allowed to compete
Well,
in anything.
for Dana
Anywhere.
White, it's all about money. So this was a reaction on Saturday night, because Saturday is always the night that these MMA fights happen. And so here's the crowd reaction to the Israeli winning his match.
Well, for short notice, he lost all 3 rounds. He came up with the win. Congratulations.
I want to dedicate this victory to my heroes, the IDF soldiers that protected my country.
Okay, that right there is a level of self-unawareness and just complete oblivion that is very, I think it might be unique to the Zio species. I don't know that any other species has that complete level of self-unawareness. Not sure.
Well, partially, I think the reason he's saying that is because he can hear the crowd is booing him. Like, overwhelmingly, they're booing him. And he's like, hey, how about this to piss you off? I want to dedicate this win to my fellow IOF soldiers.
Just like a Zio fuck to sit there and double down on clearly being hated.
Yeah.
They like it. They must like it. A psychopathy. This is a psychopathy.
Hey, you want to be martyrs? You're going to be. You're going to be martyrs.
No, they're not. They're not martyred. Martyrs are people that die for a cause. They're not martyred.
Maybe they're going to be.
They need to be eradicated like an infestation.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Well, that's what should happen. But he's not done.
I can't. This is disgusting. Did you hear it? They're yelling "Free Palestine."
You see, you have a very bad habit of talking over the talking because you're not listening, and I need you to listen.
No, the guy yelled "Free Palestine," though.
I understand that. Now you have to listen to what he says.
Thank you. And Israel, and call the free Palestine. Fuck you!
I heard that. That was the whole thing. He said that because he heard them yelling "Free Palestine."
Yeah, so he say Free Palestine, then he says F you. It's like, dude, get the fuck out of our country already. Like, just get out. Like, I know it's not going to happen.
I would
tomorrow.
suggest to people that support and again, I don't get off on watching people beat the shit out of each other. It's not my vibe. But for people who do, anybody who has any conscience about this, it's like any other sport organization, put your money where your mouth is. Why are you supporting organizations that allow genocidal entities and people from genocidal entities to participate? I remember the 80s. I remember what was going on around the world when people were taking a stand against apartheid South Africa. I remember that. And if people hadn't done that, South Africa would still be an apartheid state. So, we have power to some extent, but yeah. And attention to any MMA fighters that are in that. How can you cannot let these people win, like at any cost. This is one of those things where it would be, you would have to drag my dead carcass across that mat.
I would like to see Shamani fight Sean Strickland. That would be nice.